Welcome back to 7 Sports Grand Final Roundup, the day that Collingwood won its first premiership in 32 years. Don't forget, a replay coming up very shortly. But Scotty Palmer's just dropped in from the Sunday Sun. Welcome, Scotty.
Great, Bruce. What a great day.
It has been a great day. Just in news terms and footy terms, how does this rate over the years with some of the other big stories that have happened?
Well, in football, I think it's the monumental exercise of all time. We've had people out in the streets, at the ground, in the pubs, the clubs, since breakfast time this morning. They're still out there chasing people, chasing the news, talking to the old players and the new players, but just getting the feeling that Melbourne wanted this to happen.
And did you get the feeling, I got the feeling all day that it was going to happen, didn't you?
Alan McAllister said, one of his first words after this thing, all those people have hated us for years, he said. I think they're pretty pleased now that it's finally over and we've won the match.
That was a feeling I got at the MCG today. I think it was at about the 21-minute mark. I mean, you told me a little earlier. Do you know exactly when it was?
21 minutes, 5 seconds.
When we really knew that they were home.
The chant started from the top decks, spread to the bottom decks, and it just went on. Collingwood, Collingwood, Collingwood. But then the final siren rang, there was a roar, and then there was an eerie silence swept the place. I know why. It was all over. The relief was there for so many people, so many Collingwood people that have been the butt of everyone's jokes since 1958. I've been the butt of them too, as a sort of a loyal but sort of quiet magpie man. You know, you've copped it for years.
So you're not quiet tonight, Scotty.
And when I walked out of the ground, today, and everyone hugging each other, and just there was utter relief on their faces.
Yes, it was a wonderful feeling. I walked back from the ground and everybody was just so happy. And people can get aggro after a grand final.
I only found one aggro one. A young, or rather, not too young, lady from Essendon, who said, you know, you blokes never gave us a go.
Well, talking about aggro, there are a few players that are aggro there today. Tell us about all these reports with that huge brawl at the end of the first quarter.
Well, look, we were surprised when we discovered afterward that 6 players are on report from 13 charges, so it's going to be a massive night at the tribunal. Buick, Danaher, Kickett and Vanderhaar from Essendon.
Terry Danaher,
and Kelly and Gavin Brown from Collingwood. And of course there's that other little incident that took place just at that sort of time as well.
I saw that, where 2 officials, one from Essendon and one from Collingwood, were going hammer and tongs.
Well, yes, they looked to be going hammer and tongs. Well, one looked to me like probably Graham Allen, the football manager. He resembled him anyway. And I saw a fellow that looked like, say, Peter Power from Essendon, sort of somewhere in there with Bernie Quinlan. They were in it too. And someone spoke to Peter Power after the match, and a bit hard to talk. He had his fat lip. So I don't know what happened, Bruce.
No,
I'm not saying anything.
We don't want to know. Just on a more serious note for a moment, there was one person I thought about after the game, and that was Jack Hamilton. How he would have loved to have been there.
Well, we saw his son, John, down on the ground presenting the cup and that, and I actually got up through the tunnels, and the tunnels were empty. No one had left their seats after the siren. It was an amazing thing. I thought I'd be struggling to get there. I just ran along up the stairs to the area where Joan Hamilton was. And she was being comforted by Jack's former secretary, Brenda Testro. And she was just laying on Brenda, and they were just enjoying the moment. But she was quite emotional. And she said the boys, they just had to do it today, and that's what happened. And everyone was sort of so complimentary to her. And, of course, Jack was a loved character in football. And it was just one of those moments. And, of course, then sort of Paul Keating came out of the super box area, of course, the AFL, the big shots up there. And
now be careful.
And he said, you run scared in elections. And he said, you run scared in grand finals. And I was scared right to the end of this one. But he said, it was absolutely fantastic to see this. That was his first grand final.
Now, speaking of fantastic, Darren Mullane walked off the ground today and he had a bit of a bulge in his belly. What was he trying to hide?
Well, he chased it and he got it. He picked up the ball and he shoved it up his Guernsey. And the umpires looked at him and were just about to say, he said, you are not getting this ball from me. And when Darren says that in the mood he was in, you don't take the ball off him.
So where's the footy going to be?
It's going to be in his home on the mantelpiece at Noble Park for the rest of his days, he said. I can just imagine anyone trying to get that off Pants Mullane tonight.
Now, Scotty, I know you've got I won't go into that one. I know you've got a lot more stories to tell us. You've got to tell us on Sports World tomorrow, but tomorrow morning with the Sunday Sun, there's a real treat for buyers, isn't there?
The people were clamouring at the Herald office tonight to get the poster. We have got a sensational poster tomorrow for the Collingwood grand final win. It's free with your Sunday Sun. It shows Lee and Tony Shaw in the cup. At last, it says, and we've done a terrific job on the poster because we feel that it's a day that deserves a good effort, and we've got a great paper tomorrow. It's just everything you want.
Scotty, well done. I'm going to go and buy mine when I leave here tonight. Join us tomorrow on Sports
Good
World.
on you, Bruce.
Thanks very much. Just keep punching.
Oh, we'll keep punching tonight.
Scotty Palmer, like we haven't seen him for a long, long time. Footy coming up after the break. The replay of the 1990 Grand Final.